second episode of second season of Star Wars Clone Wars is about Cad Bane. Now, because in first in a prior episode he has stolen the holocron, and now he needs a Jedi, and specifically some specific Jedi keeper to open this holocron, because this Jedi has a carbo crystal, and only with carbo crystal this holocron can be opened. But the problem is that Cad Bane is too nervous and too aggressive, and he is torturing this Jedi to his death. He receives the carbo crystal, so now he has these two items, carbo crystal and holocron, but he needs a Jedi to open it. And fortunately for him, Ahsoka Tano and Anakin Skywalker found Cad Bane, and they are trying to stop him. So he devised this plan to caught Ahsoka, and he's a very cunning warrior and an assassin, and he probably knew that Ahsoka is younger one, more impulsive than Anakin, so it would be easier to lure her and to intimidate Anakin to open the holocron. And this is the case. This is the case. Dobrze. This is the case. Ahsoka is caught. He is Cad Bane is oh my god, I forgot English word. He is threatening that he will eject her to the space, and Anakin agrees to spare her and to save her life, and he opens the holocron to be used for Cad Bane to found force-sensitive children. And this episode is interesting in fact that we see that Ahsoka Tano, because Ahsoka was never liked by the fandom, was never liked by the fans until probably season 5th, because in this Star Wars Clone Wars we see that Ahsoka is changing through the seasons, because she's a very young Padawan. In first season she has only 14 years old. At the ending of Clone Wars she is 17, but we also see that through all these seasons, and even though then we even have season 6 and season 7, we see that Ahsoka Tano made a great progress to be this very charismatic hero. And I think in Star Wars universe, or in Star Wars Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano is probably the most likable new Star Wars hero. And this is the case because even in this second season we see that his attitude is a little bit different than in the season 1. So she's still very impulsive, like a youngling, like a young Padawan, 14 years old, maybe 14 and a half, but she is more listening to the advices of other characters around her, other heroes, other Jedi Knights. So she is much more, maybe not much, but she is more mature than in season 1. And we see this progress. They even changed her a little bit, her outfit, and a little bit her weight, because she was a very, very skinny character in first season, and here she's a little bit heavier. She gained some weight. And it is to the young girls to not be ashamed of their bodies, I suppose. But this second season is showing us that if there was a character which Anakin would die for, it would be probably Ahsoka Tano, because we saw in Revenge of the Sith that for him, of course, his love interest, his wife, Padme Amidala, is important character, but but I would say that um, my mom entered the room, so I need to finish the film quickly. She's not aware that I'm recording. But this case is important. Then that Ahsoka Tano, from these episodes, we can see that in Ahsoka Tano is maybe not more important, but as important as Padme Amidala. So she is so important that Anakin would probably die or sacrifice his life before becoming a Darth Vader. This episode is showing us this case that even though Holocron was a very important part of Jedi culture and Jedi Order, Anakin decided that the life of Ahsoka Tano is more important. And because Ahsoka behavior, we see Anakin in a much more charismatic, much more complicated light that we would have seen him as this old, almost like a monster, Darth Knight, Darth Vader. Because of Ahsoka, Anakin has much more character to his identity, and through this to the identity of Darth Vader. So for me, this was very important episode, seeing this friendship, even though this is a friendship of a Padawan and a master, that this is a true combination, good for both of these characters, for both of these heroes. I didn't watch Rebels, this TV animated movie Rebels, about when Anakin is already has become Darth Vader, and he's dueling in one of the episodes Ahsoka, and Ahsoka only then discovered that Darth Vader is her former master. It would be really interesting to see this episode and to compare it to the first series of Star Wars Clone Wars. So let me know in the comments what do you think about this specific second episode of second series of Star Wars Clone Wars in the comments.